I'm going to present to you guys an idea. Okay, I'm going to present to you guys an idea, a worldview. Okay, a worldview is basically the way that you envision life, the way that you view the world around you. Everybody has a different worldview, and part of my job as a person that cares about people, that gets interacted with people, part of that is being able to try to understand worldviews, where people come from. This can play, there's massive different things that can influence people's worldview. Okay, experience growing up. If you, for example, let's say you grow up in a poverty-stricken home where you have to really try to make sure your basic needs are met, right? Your worldview would then be like, I need to focus on my needs first, and once you acknowledge your needs, once your needs are secured, then you can focus on whatever comes after that. Okay, a lot of this is seen with the adolescents that I worked with in high school. They had to make sure that their needs were met before I could ever start addressing their emotional side, whatever it is that they got going on, right? Now, at the same time, culture plays into it too. We have people from all over the world right here. Okay, we have people from all over the world joining us. Cora, I'm pretty sure you're the furthest one from me, so welcome in. Glad to have you here from across the world. Bree, hello, welcome. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and get going on this, guys. So the worldview I'm going to present you with is life is a journey of choices. Okay, life is a journey of choices. I want you to think about this. Life is not what can you do, what can you get done. It is not whatever, right? Think about it this way. Life is literally a journey of choices. That's what life is. It's one choice built on another choice, built on another choice, built on another choice that has led you to be in this stream today, okay? Every choice you have made up until this point has led you to where you are right here, right now, and this is what we're doing, okay? Some of the choices out there in life are very simple. Do I want to work out today? Right? It's a yes, no. Sometimes I tell myself, yes, I do want to work out today. Sometimes I tell myself, I'd rather have this cheesecake, right? However, some are a lot more complex than just do I want to or should I do this, right? For example, what do I want to accomplish by the end of this year? Okay, what do I want to accomplish by this year? This is literally the most open-ended choice out there that we talked about. We've talked about this. How many times have we talked about goals in the last month, right? I like to try to do weekly check-ins on goals. I like to be like, guys, what are you doing this week with your life? What are you choosing to do this week for goals? I love cheesecake. I do too. I love cheesecake, and Larissa, you should share it with me because I love cheesecake. Now, literally every day is filled with constant choices, okay? Every day. You have simple choices, you have complex choices, you have little choices that build up to larger choices. By the end of the year, I'd like to be as amazing as Darkslayer. You're ridiculous, Relly. Welcome on in. Can we please get a shout out for Relly? Relly, how you doing, man? Glad you made it in, dude. That's awesome. I think we're all going to eat cheesecake this week. I think that's going to be a goal that we're going to have, okay? So literally every day is filled with constant choices. The decisions you make will have either a positive or negative impact, okay? Positive or negative impact. You have cheesecake today? Guess what? If you decide every day to have cheesecake for breakfast, lunch, dinner, forget every other food out there. Let's just freaking eat cheesecake for a week, right? I'm pretty safe to say it's going to have some negative impact on you, okay? However, if you say, I'm going to work really hard to live a life on a strict diet or make sure that all my nutrition needs are made, whatever you want to call it, to live a healthy lifestyle, and then I'm going to reward myself with having cheesecake, okay? Then that's going to be more of a positive impact on your life, right? The evening's going well, really. I am so excited to do this. So excited to do this talk. This kept me awake last night. I literally get goosebumps on the last slide when I was getting this done, and I was like, oh my god, I cannot wait to talk with you guys. This is a massive surprise to have you in here. Thank you so much for being here, really. I'm very honored to have you here, dude. So thanks for stopping by. So let's continue on with this. Okay, so the decisions you make have either a positive or negative impact. Let's not forget that. Okay, literally every choice you make has massive implications for whatever the future may hold. Sometimes when you choose to have one cheesecake, it can lead to apathy on going to the gym the next day, which can lead to more wanting to just feeling, right? And to just have like choices built on each other. You just have more, and it can literally feed you in a downward spiral. On the same way, you can choose to hang out with people that encourage you, that it challenge you, that help make you go to the next level, whatever that may be for you. And you can have that going on as well, okay, right? It goes either way. Some people, however, try to find the perfect solution to a complex choice, when in reality there may be several solutions to choose from, okay? What we like to call this is it's over complicating the situation. It's looking for, let's say you have a circle and people view the absolute center of that circle as the perfect option, right? And nowhere in that circle is going to be okay unless you find that absolute middle. A lot of this could, for example, could be with career paths. Okay, I'm going to use this as an example. We're just gonna take career path as an example. A lot of people will say, I must have the perfect job lined up, the perfect, it fuels me, it gets me energetic, it leads up to all the expectations people had on my life. I will be seen as this perfect person once I get this perfect job, right? And that's what everyone strives to do. They grow up, they go to school for training, they get their basic jobs, they try to figure out what they can do to move up the corporate ladder, whatever it may be. It looks different for different people, obviously, but at the same time, a lot of what you'll see are people really striving to figure out what that perfect decision is. Think of it this way, okay? We're going to simplify just a little bit. 3 different aspects, okay? When it comes to, we're going to continue on this example of a career, okay? We have 3 different aspects: things I'm good at, things I love to do, things I can get paid for, okay? 3 different things. Now, because I didn't want to take the time and be like, hey guys, tell me all about whatever it is that you want to do, and we're going to fill in these blanks as we go, I didn't want to waste a whole bunch of time on that. I want you guys to think about this yourself, okay? We're going to also talk to, I basically went off my own example, okay? Things I'm good at: talking, cooking, being with people. Why are you showing your viewers Venn diagrams? I told you, this talk we're doing today is a reflection stream. It is not an original Dark Slayer through and 3 thoughts, okay? This is combining a whole bunch of different aspects and culminating it into the topic that we're talking about. Okay, so the things I'm good at: talking, cooking, being with people. Sure, just because I'm good at it doesn't mean I can get paid for it. Just because I'm good at it doesn't mean I always love it. Things I can get paid for: employee management, event planning, counseling. These are all things I've done previously, okay? This is just examples of what I've done in the past. Things I love to do: how about life coaching? That is something that I love to do. I love to get on here and do life coaching with you guys. I love to do these positive talks and be like challenging your guys' thinking. Now, just because I love to do it doesn't mean I'm necessarily good at it, right? Just because I love to do life coaching doesn't mean I can necessarily get paid for it, right? You got to have that center of different aspects, right? Same time, video games. And you all know, just because I love to play video games does not mean I'm necessarily good at it, right? Sometimes I get panned. Sometimes I accidentally shoot my teammate, right? Just because I love it, just because I love to play video games doesn't mean I can necessarily get paid for it. Okay? This is what we're talking about. There are 3 different aspects, different categories, different topics in each category. Now, the way we can simplify this is by realizing that everybody has different aspects into this, okay? There's, like, literally, if I want to list out everything that I'm good at and figure out what I'm trying to do with career-wise, that list would be massively longer, right? It'd be so many different things going on. And then you guys would each do the exact same thing differently, right? Like, you would be things I'm good at. Core would be eating cheesecake, working with people on real topics, talking with people, being real people. Things he's good at, making people smile, right? Things he can get paid for. What he already does get paid for, a lot of the skills that he would list in this category. Things that he loves to do: be a part of a community, encourage people, video games, right? And that list would go on with all the hobbies that he really enjoys doing. Now, what I want to say is the way to find the perfect solution in this isn't to hold out and be like, I'm not going to apply for any job until I find one that's in that direct spot where it says career sweet spot, right? Sometimes you have to take what you love to do and the things you can get paid for and then put them together for a little bit and work with that and grow that, right? Get that experience and grow it. Now, what the whole reason why I bring up this diagram is because it's an example of ways people can really complicate complex choices, right? There is nobody here being like, oh, you took a job you weren't supposed to. Oh, you didn't apply yourself enough in this other area to be able to get where you should have been today, right? We don't have that because thankfully we don't have that. But yet still people hold out and be like, oh, I don't want to try this other aspect because it's just going to be too different. It's going to be whatever the excuse is, right? Instead of finding ways to apply their passions into whatever situation they're in. Now, let's go ahead and talk a little bit more. So how do you make smart choices easier? If these are so complex and you don't want to overthink it, you don't want to overcomplicate it, how do you make smart choices easier? And this is where I want to get into some real tangible tips for you guys, for those that are struggling with life choices, deciding what they're going to do, everything like that. Take these tips, okay? Seriously, think about these tips as you go about your life. This is what I'm talking about. Life is a journey of choices, okay? Do not forget that. It is literally a choice built on another choice. Here's some tips. Number one, if the choice is complex, sleep on it, but only for a predetermined amount of time, okay? Don't go be like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to choose, so I'm going to go to bed, and then not even think about when you're going to actually get down to answering or making a choice on that, whatever it is, right? You put a diagram on that dartboard and throw a dart. Wherever it lands, that's what you do. No! And no! And no. You sleep on it. Sometimes sleeping on it and taking time away for a predetermined time, usually just like a day is all you really need if it's a really complex topic. Be like, you know what? Let me think about it. Let me rest on it, and I'll come back tomorrow feeling refreshed and rejuvenated, and we'll attack it then. Don't become like the people that get so slothy with this, right? They'd be like, oh, I'm not going to answer this today. And then what happens on day 2? Oh, I didn't answer it today either. Oh, what happens on day 3? Oh, I didn't answer it again, right? You gotta set those predetermined amount of time. Make sure that you don't just let it go on forever and ever, right? Number 2, eliminate the difficulty of smart choices. Are you guys ready for this tip? Oh my God, this will change your life. You want to make a life choice? You want to do something to change your life from what it is today to something greater than what it is? Make the difficulty of choosing smart choices gone. Get rid of it. You're not sure you want to go to the gym. You want to go to the gym. You want to start going to the gym? You know what you do? The day before, you lay out your gym clothes. You get yourself prepared to do some workouts. You get yourself thinking, what am I going to do at the gym? You plan for it. So that way when tomorrow comes, it is more difficult to say, no, I'm not going to go to the gym than it is to say, yes, I'm going to go to the gym. Okay? Eliminate the difficulty of smart choices. You want to eat healthier? You want to get better nutrition? Eliminate the choices of the unhealthy foods in your house, right? Fill your refrigerator, your cupboards with snacks that are going to be something that helps you get to your goals. You want to be able to focus on the work you have to do at home? Set yourself up for that success by going to a different room than where your TV or computer is, right? Focus on what it is you have to do. Remove the distractions so it is more difficult to get up from your work and go get yourself entertained than it is to sit down and do what you're supposed to do. Eliminate the difficulty of smart choices. Eliminate it. If you give yourself the option to go to the gym, and you're not sure what you're going to do, you're not sure what you're going to wear, you're not sure what you're going to eat before you go, guess what? It is a whole heck of a lot easier to be like, you know, I'm not going to go to the gym. I'm not going to go work out. Okay? Think about this. Set your goals in life. Think about what it is you want to do. Eliminate the difficulty of making that choice happen. Okay. If you have weighed the pros and cons, go with your gut. You know yourself, right? You got to trust in yourself. If you want to be like, I want to get a new car, and you start saving, you work your butt off to get a new car, and you start listing out the pros and cons to getting this new car, and at the end of the day, you're still unsure of whether, and let's say they're tied. Let's say the pros and cons are tied, and you're not sure whether you should or shouldn't. Go with your gut, okay? Go with your gut. You know yourself well enough. You have to trust yourself that you know yourself well enough. Go with that gut feeling. Go with that gut reaction. If you're weighing the pros and cons of new jobs that you could be getting, and they're like plus and minuses and whatever, and you're just like, man, I don't know which job I should get. They feel about like a 60-40% each. I'm not sure which one I should go with. Think about what you feel when you talk about it. Think about your gut instinct to things, okay? No one knows yourself better than you know yourself, right? We all know this. But people will doubt their intuition. They will doubt their skill sets. Just trust that. When it comes down to after being logistic, just trust yourself, okay? All right, another one of my, oh my God. Can we please just read this together? Never let fear decide your fate, okay? Never let fear decide your fate. Never let fear decide your choices. Never let fear determine what you can and cannot do. Never let that fear of failure ruin what it is you have potential to do tomorrow. Never let that fear hold you back from being like, I'm going to apply myself in new ways, okay? Do not let fear decide your fate. I could go on for an hour on this topic. Fear is such a massive motivator for so many people. And we talk about it a lot. We really do. We talk about it a ton. I appreciate you guys always listening and putting up with that. But seriously, guys, don't let your fear decide your fate. Remember that you are enough and that you can do it. Okay? You want to talk about your greatest limitation to success? You want to talk about your greatest limit to your potential? It's you. You are literally your greatest challenge to reach that success. I think fear is a good thing. Half the times I was afraid to do something, I would have saved a lot of pain and suffering by listening. That's when we go back to trust your gut. Weigh the pros and cons and then trust your gut, okay? If you're letting fear determine your fate, if you let fear determine your fate rather than actual logical reasons and let that fear choose for you, you're missing out on a lot, okay? Fear is not a good thing. Intuition is a good thing. Your gut instinct is a good thing. It can be a good thing. It can also limit you. If you say, I'm not good with being social, and you let that hold you back because you have a fear of getting involved with a conversation in a social setting, that's not good. Fear is so not a good thing, okay? You got to realize that there is logistic fear. I'm not going to walk down the corner of the street at night, right? Because that's scary. But at the same time, I'm not going to let it hold me back from walking down the same street later tomorrow at midday and saying hello to somebody, right? That's why you cannot let fear decide your fate. Let the actual reasons be a greater perspective than just I'm scared to do it, okay? Be about what it is that impacts you, okay? Remember that you are enough and that you can do it. Whether you believe you can or you cannot, you are correct. You are 100% correct on whether you can or cannot, no matter which one you believe. That goes back to the same aspect of you are your greatest obstacle to your greatest success, your greatest potential in life. You're your greatest critic. You are enough. You can do it. Apply yourself and learn. Enough of that for now. Let's move on. Life takes effort. Don't let ease replace growth. Do not let ease replace growth. I went on a stream last night, guys. I went on a stream last night and I talked to this streamer. And I was like, hey, how long have you been streaming? A couple years. A few years, 3 years, I think is what they said. And I was like, okay. And we had this conversation. We had this massive conversation. They don't know who I am. They don't know what I do. At the end of it, at the end of our conversation, something came up. And they were like, man, I just have realized in this past week, like I just have not taken care of myself. I've eaten out too much fast food, I think is what they said. I've had too much fast food last week. And I was like, oh, really? It sounds like you are aware of the issue. And they're like, yeah, I'm aware of the issue. And it needs to change. That's the first step, is awareness. I'm like, great. Have you thought about setting some goals in place so you can accomplish those? And they're like, oh no, I hate goals. I'm just not a goal person because it just takes too much effort. It takes too much effort to get there. And I listened to that and I was like, are you, what? You realize that something's missing in your life and that you're not taking good enough care of yourself, but you don't want to do what it is that takes effort. Okay, life takes effort. Don't let ease replace growth. That is how you miss out. That is how you don't make the mark. Put in the effort. You will be so glad that you did. Okay, you will be so glad you did. It's difficult at first. I understand that. I am one that totally understands. Okay? So I choose this topic for tonight. This is where I'm so excited for this part. You guys want to know why I laid in bed awake last night over this topic? Why I couldn't go to sleep because of it? Also remember to enjoy life's journey as we struggle through the journey. That's right. That's right. Enjoy the journey. I love it. What's up, Void Ninja? Welcome in, dude. Why I choose this topic for tonight? Remember how I told you guys at the very beginning? Life is a journey of choices, one built on the next, onto the next, onto the next. Greatness is not a function of circumstance. Greatness, it turns out, is largely a matter of conscious choice. Oh, whoa, oh, I get it. I get it. Dark trapped us into one of his talks where all of a sudden we're supposed to become this great thing and everything's supposed to work out fine, right? Listen to this quote, people. Listen to this. Greatness is not a function of circumstances. You don't just happen to be great all of a sudden one day. I just woke up out of bed, guys. I have greatness. Guys, I am greatness. That is not how it works. You don't just wake up one day and get that. It is a large matter of conscious choice. You choose. The choices you make have the ability to lead to greatness. Ultimately, everyone has to ask him or herself how they're going to fail. We all do, you know. So let's get that out of the way. The choice isn't between success and failure. It's between choosing risk and striving for greatness, or risking nothing and being certain of mediocrity. You know what's so funny about this quote? Everyone has to ask him or herself how they're going to fail. You know what's so funny about this quote? Right before I got on stream, for those of you just joining that didn't know about this from last week, I applied for 3 different partnerships. Okay, I put in the work, I did the work, I applied for 3 different partnerships. Literally, as I'm getting ready for stream, I get an email Let me read this email to you guys. Oh, I deleted it. That's okay. Literally it says, we're sorry, we're not accepting you. You didn't. It was something about we just didn't get the partnership, right? The end all of it is that we didn't get the partnership. And that's okay. That's okay. I thought it was so fitting that I got that email right before I got on stream to do it. Before I got on stream to do this talk. You have to ask yourself how you're going to fail, because we're all going to do it. So let's just get that out of the way, guys. Let's just get that out of the way. We're all going to fail. The choice isn't between success and failure. It's between choosing risk and striving for greatness, or risking nothing and being certain of mediocrity. Mediocrity isn't what we're here for, right? This isn't what we just strive to do. We're not here just to do the mediocrity. We're here to risk it. We're here to take that risk. Remember how many talks have we done on risk and how important risk is? And risk is not the determining factor. How important risk is for failure is even. How important failure is in life. Thoria, welcome in. It's good to see you. I'm excited for this, guys. Ask yourself what you're doing, if what you're doing today is getting you closer to where you want to be tomorrow. You guys remember this middle picture? You guys remember this picture? It's literally, it says, your past is just a story. And once you realize this, it has no power over you. Your past is just a story. Your past is just a story. It's not what defines you. Your past is just a story. It's not what determines your choices. Your past is just a story. It doesn't have to be this way right now. It doesn't have to be this way tomorrow. Ask yourself if what you're doing today is getting you closer to where you want to be tomorrow. Don't let yesterday determine your choices for tomorrow. It's just a story. Okay? Your past is just a story. You are not yesterday's mistake. You are not tomorrow's success. You are right now. So make the choice. The choices you have lead you to greatness, if that is what you want to strive for. Your choices have the power to lead you to your greatest success that you may not even be able to imagine right now. You're not yesterday's mistake. You're not tomorrow's success. You are right now. So choose. Okay? To finish up, guys, to finish up. Your greatness is not what you have. It's what you give. Don't let that tie down to, I have this, so I have greatness. Remember that? You don't wake up one day into circumstance and just happen to be great. Your greatness is not on what you have, it's what you give. I want to hear from you guys.